One thing to think about in critical thinking is the meaning of a word, not just the word. Think about what it means, what's the context, what's the logic of it, because it's thoughts that matter. Words are just to help us hold, retain, and communicate thoughts. They're important in our own mind to think well and to reason and identify things, be able to retain information and think efficiently, and they're important in communication. But it's not the word. So, one thing to think about is the context for it. Is it kind of a normal meaning of a word or technical? Just like poison. Some people get all worked up about poison versus venomous with snakes, but in the general context, they're poisonous. Big deal. Technically, poison and venom are different. What I think poison is like a toxin you ingest, you swallow. Venom is a toxin injected into you, um, or callus and scree. In a general context, big deal. Just a bunch of rocks at the bottom of a cliff. But in a technical context, or in context of maybe hiking where you need to know how to move there, what's going to be there, scree technically means smaller stones. Talus means big stone. So scree for small, you can remember it that way. Because moving on a bunch of little rocks, ping pong ball sized or whatever, is very different than moving on a bunch of big boulders. Very different thing. It's important to know that. It's an important distinction. But everyday situation, big deal. Or family. Family can mean the biological genetic thing, or family can mean something similar where you're not genetically or blood related, but you got a group of people who there's a structure, there's a deep commitment to each other, there's caring no matter what, things like that. Some concepts like that, or water. There's the everyday meaning of water, which is just all the stuff there, versus the technical concept of water, which is specifically the H2O. And when we're talking to someone, we need to know and start being aware of those distinctions. What's the context? That doesn't come up with every concept, of course, and there's some examples, there are others, but that's one thing to start paying attention to, just in general. Besides these, what's the meaning of the word? But these help you see that the meaning is important. There can be a totally different context and meaning, so people won't understand each other, or someone can get confused in their own mind if they don't get this straight. So, in critical thinking, focus on meaning and context and logic of the thought, don't just focus on a word.